we're starting.
Oh, shit.
Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Miranda.
This is Christian.
Today we're gonna be doing a little presentation thing on the Carlisle Indian School.
Yeah.
So make sure you leave a like and a comment down below.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And we'll get right into it. Turn on the notification bell.
So for the founding of the school, Carlisle Indian School opened in 1879. Their motto for nearly 30 years was to kill the Indian and save the man. CIS enrolled over 10,000 students from 1879 to 1918. Its founder was U.S. Army official Richard Henry Pratt.
One of his greatest quotes was, "We must kill the savage to save the man." So, he was a real
shiny guy.
Real great guy. All right, back to me. We're going to jump into the curricula and the extracurriculars at the Carlisle Indian School. So they learned English, how to read and write, and they also learned, what it was to be a man, how American culture works, how real Americans would dress and talk, and the growth of their individual identity as a white male. Extracurriculars, there were a lot of clubs that the students could participate in. The school had a very successful football team and athletic program, the Carlisle Indians, and the Carlisle Indian Band performed worldwide, being internationally recognized.
So the political context of this school is the school was founded at the end of the Reconstruction era. Between 1869 and 1960s, the government censored and sometimes forced Native families to send their children to residential schools run by federal administrators and religious organizations. Rutherford B. Hayes was the president during this time, and his goal was to bring the people of color and white people together, aka he really wanted to Americanize people of color.
So in mainstream culture at the time, what was happening at the Carlisle Indian School was happening all over the world, because this is how mainstream culture wanted everyone to look and act. What they did to the native boys and girls was make them look like white people, got rid of how they dressed in their culture, how they acted in their culture. They got rid of their native names. And so mainstream culture really wanted everyone to look like this poster boy for the United States.
The closing and legacy of Carlisle School it closed in 1918. It served as a model for 300 similar institutions across the country. With the rise of private schools all over the country, many Native Americans decided to send their children to the closer and safer private schools than rather to the faraway and unsafe federal-run schools. After its closing, they found many bodies of young Native Americans buried under the school. This has made many to wonder how torturous the school really was.
All right, so that was just some background information on the Carlisle Indian School. So now we're going to go into an alternative school model for what the Carlisle Indian School could have looked like. That might have been a little better than how horrendous it actually was.
An alternative school model where it would have been a lot better than what it was to actually have it like a normal school. Teach all four main subjects, give other blue-collar and white-collar job classes to help them improve their quality of life instead of trying to completely change what their life was.
Right. I was saying, keep, English, math, kind of so you can survive in the world, make agreements and stuff, but also keep classes where you could keep your native culture, where they weren't requiring that you become
the standard white man.
Right, exactly.
So this is our opinion on what actually happened. For me, I think the school was completely wrong. In my opinion, the Reconstruction era in the United States was just one of the worst eras ever.
So bad.
The people of the time tried pushing their values and morals on everyone. Luckily, nowadays we don't really have that. We don't really try to Americanize the people of color in the United States. However, we see this in other countries where we are trying to push our views of what is good and what is bad onto other people and force them to conform with us.
Right. All right. And similar to Christian, I believe that the Carlisle Indian School and the many other schools that were modeled from it were horrendous. The cultural assimilation and beliefs that the founders and leaders at the school had were really dark and twisted. The children that died there weren't the only thing that was lost to these schools. the culture and tribes that lost members to the American men who thought they were doing nothing wrong. I truly believe that the people who ran these schools thought they were doing the right thing for their country, for their people, and for the Native people. And, that might be the scariest part of it all, that they thought they were doing everything right.
Yeah, it's really scary seeing how these people didn't really think, oh, cultural assimilation is bad. We must be the right one. It's like, how did they come to that conclusion?
Right. And it's just, you bring up, so many children through a system where they just get told that, where they came from is wrong. And it's kind of heartbreaking. Any last thoughts?
No, I just wanted to thank you all for giving us a listen to this. And don't
Thanks
forget,
for watching.
Hit that like button.
And subscribe.
And don't forget about the notification bell.
All right, peace out.